You think you know Justin Thomas? If your answer is yes, you might have to think again, since you probably didn't know he has a famous friend in the NBA Hall of Fame. JT, as Thomas is fondly called, is quite the interesting dude. Besides his undoubted golfing skills, his big smile and wit have made him one of the most affable golfers in the world. If you want to know the most fascinating things about Justin Thomas, then you want to watch this video until the end. Golf runs in his blood. If Justin Thomas says he's never known anything but golf since he was born, you could take his word for it. You see, in Justin's family, golf is not a pastime, it's a religion. He is the third generation of pro golfers in a family that eats and breathes golf. The first was his grandpa, Paul Thomas. Paul was a member of the PGA of America for over 60 years before he passed away in 2021. He made the cut for the 1962 U.S. Open and was the head pro at Zanesville Country Club in Ohio. Paul didn't take a back seat in JT's career, as JT showed his grandpa was his biggest fan in the caption on his social media post that announced his sadness at losing Paul. JT's dad, Mike Thomas, picked up Paul's love for the greens and has been a teaching pro at Harmony Landing Golf Club in Goshen, Kentucky since 1990. Mike was the one who gave a club to a 2-year-old Justin and has watched his son do things on the greens he and his dad only dreamed about. Imagine what Justin's achievements must have meant to his grandpa, who gave his entire life to the sport and saw his son raise one of the most admired players of this generation. Justin grew up on the greens. You kind of guessed it. If Justin's father worked as a club pro, his son must have had access to the club's facilities, right? Well, yes, but way before he could hold a golf club, Justin spent his first years with his mom, Janie Thomas, in the pro shop at Harmony Landing, where customers got to see the toddler in the carrier who became the great golfer we know today. Growing up, JT spent his summer days picking the greens with his dad, after which they played 9 holes for dollars, and according to Justin, he hated losing to his father. Funnily, JT doesn't remember the first time he beat his father in a game, but he's also never really been a braggart. Although back then, he had a hard time parting with his money when he lost to his pops. We would play for $1, and it was pretty heated out there, and I'm a pretty sore loser, so I did not handle it well when I lost and had to give up $1, he said. Mike Thomas was the only coach Justin ever had. Justin's dad worked 90 hours weekly teaching people how to play golf, so it's no surprise that he was responsible for training his son as well. Mike has a very laid-back approach to coaching. He mostly just let Justin do his thing and came in when he felt his input was necessary. When young JT requested a new coach, his father quickly reminded him he had a real one already. And when Mike noticed the now popular leg lift during JT's approach shots, he didn't see anything wrong with it as his player was hitting it well. Tiger made JT want to play golf. JT was a small 7-year-old boy in 2000 when he got Jack Nicklaus's autograph and watched Tiger Woods win the PGA title at Valhalla in Kentucky. This has been his motivation since then, and JT claims he's watched the VHS of the event at least 50 times. JT and Jordan Spieth are champion friends. Everyone wants to be friends with a winner, but back when 14-year-old JT and Jordan Spieth finished third as the 2 juniors representing the U.S. at the Evian Junior Masters in France, they had no knowledge of how bright their future was going to be. They probably got an idea of their soon-to-come fame when Spieth beat Justin to win the NCAA championship in 2012 before JT helped his team to win the NCAA title the following year. The 2 top-ranked buddies now have 5 majors between them, and they've got time for more. To know how deep their connection is, in 2022, during the AT&T Byron Nelson Tournament, Jordan Spieth hosted JT and his partner at his home in Dallas for the duration of the tournament. JT has known MJ for a while. Most people don't know this. Michael Jordan has gained notoriety for being an avid golfer since he ended his legendary basketball career, and one of his interesting anecdotes on the greens features someone you might know. His Airness was playing skins with former decorated MLB center fielder Kenny Lofton at Harmony Landing when he decided to up the ante by letting his caddy play for him. His opponents had no idea of what they were going up against, as a young Justin Thomas, who was already making a name as one of the best juniors in the country at the time, birdied 4 of the 7 holes to win the game for MJ. JT is one of the golfers who share a close relationship with the billionaire entrepreneur. JT met his heroes in 2008. JT's father was on the PGA of America board between 2008 and 2010, and this allowed him to represent the PGA at the Ryder Cup of 2008, and JT was also there to cheer his heroes to victory. He says one of his best memories of that day was high-fiving Phil Mickelson behind the 17th green after J.B. Holmes won it for Team USA. JT was the best in college golf. Before he became world-renowned, he was already the star of the University of Alabama's Crimson Tide team. JT was just a junior at Alabama when he rose to the top of the college game and won the prestigious Haskins Award as the best collegiate golfer in the U.S. for 2012. This and other factors must have informed his decision to go pro the next year. JT played on the Web.com tour before joining the PGA. Unlike his friend Jordan Spieth, JT didn't go directly to America's Elite Tour. In 2013, he joined the Web.com tour through qualifying school and won his first pro title at the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship in 2014. After he impressed on the smaller tour, he earned his PGA Tour Pro card for the 2015 season. His girlfriend watched him win the 2017 PGA Championship. JT went off the market when he proposed to his lovely longtime girlfriend Jillian Wisniewski in November 2021. But before she earned her fiancé status, in 2017, when her then-boyfriend was on the verge of winning his first major at Quail Hollow, a clairvoyant JT told her to wait and watch him win. He said, "My girlfriend was supposed to fly out at about 7 o'clock, and I was like, you need to change your flight to later, because I don't know. I just feel like I don't want you to miss this. I feel like I'm going to get it done." And he did. Jillian seems to be his talisman, as she was present again to witness his second U.S. PGA Championship triumph at the Southern Hills Country Club. The couple is set to tie the knot later in 2022. JT loves his shoes. JT's shoe taste is up there with the very best. He's been known to prefer a classic look on course, and his footwear has been selected in that spirit. His go-to shoes are the Tarlo series of his shoe sponsor, FootJoy, and he's been seen in some fantastic kicks through the years. A few of these are his America-themed Tarlos at the 2021 Ryder Cup. These gold-touched shoes were worn at the 2022 Players' Championship designed by John Buscemi, and this collaboration between FootJoy and St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. His father collects his best memories. In Harmony Landings Pro Shop, JT's father has some interesting items on display. They are balls his son saved for him from all his wins and unforgettable moments on the course, like the ball from his record 9-under par 63 at Erin Hills in 2017, the lowest rounded relation to par at the U.S. Open, and his 59 at the Sony Open in Hawaii. Mike's collection might also include the ball from their father-son victory at 2020's PNC Championship. Other fun facts about JT. In 2016, JT, a former 3-time winner himself, began hosting his own AJGA Championship. 2017 was JT's breakout year as he became the 8th son of a PGA of America pro to win the PGA Championship, and added 4 other tour wins and a FedEx Cup victory in his biggest year on tour. JT has won a PGA Tour event every year since 2015. Be sure to check out Golf Plus for more fantastic golf videos.